Welcome to Body Bags. This is your host Matt from You and Your Horror Movies. This is a Thursday, July 24th. Just got the date wrong. And this week we are doing anthologies. Anthologies are fantastic films. We all love anthology films. Um, I think for every horror fans, anthologies, you got 3 to 4 short stories in one movie. And a lot of times the short stories are fantastic. You know, you got your creep show films. There's the original Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Dark Side. Yep, there's one in Fall to Horror. Trick or Treat. All of them escalate. And they're all solid. Then of course you get some of your anthologies, which are, they're okay. But unfortunately I'm reviewing one of them. I liked it. It was a made-for-TV movie from 1983, and we're looking at Nightmares. Um, yes, very. This movie is very hard to find. This is a bootleg. I only paid like $15 for this. No, $5. Sorry, I paid $5 for this. The Anchor Bay release of this film goes for like 50 to 100. Sorry, get a bootleg because it will. Don't waste your money unless it gets re-released to like maybe Blu-ray or another DVD. But I paid $5 for a bootleg. It was a not so bad, VHS recording. But hey, all right. Nightmares. Like I said 1983, directed by Joseph Sargent. You got your 4 movies which are not intertwined, just one right after another. Your first movie is called Terror in Topanga. Pretty much what it is. You got yourself a rich couple. They're in their home. And over the radio, you hear a psycho is loose out and about. Everyone stay indoors. Do not go anywhere. Lock your doors. Close your windows. Blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, she's like, well, no, I want my cigarettes. And the husband's like, no. She's like, well, I'm going out getting cigarettes, Wham, wham, wham. So anyway, she sneaks out to get cigarettes. She goes to a gas station, picks them up, and starts heading home. Well, halfway home, she realizes her car is running out of gas. She doesn't have enough gas to get home. So she's panicking and worrying, and finally gets to this very dimsy, low, out and about gas station. The gas station mechanic comes out, fill up her gas, and she's all very shady and keeping the window closed, talking through glass at a little bar, don't want to do anything, just pump the gas and leave. Well, this is based off an urban legend. This segment in this film has been done by other movies, so I'm not going to ruin the ending, but if you've seen Urban Legends, yeah, the first setup in the movie Urban Legends is this segment here. So, yeah, that's how that one's done. It was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. The next one is actually a little bit better. It is called Battle of Bishop. It stars a young Emilio Estevez, and he is addicted to this one video game called Battle of Bishop. And he has a high score, but he wants to get to the secret level. I think it's the 7th level. No one has done it. Actually, one person has done it in the whole entire world, and he wants to get there. No one else has done this. So he drops his brothers off and goes right to the arcade. He spends all his money, all his time to play this one video game. He won't let, as soon as he gets it, he will not let anybody else play it. If it is, he tries to kick them out of the way. So anyway, he gets his addiction so hacked up that when the mall closes, he sneaks in to play overnight to get as much playing as possible. Well, I'll say this, he finally gets to that level. And it pretty much becomes a battle of life and death. The special effects are cheesy as hell. Think of the original Tron movie, how those special effects were. You got these special effects in that. Let's just say the game comes to life. It wasn't bad. I think it's probably the best one in this setup. The first one was probably the weakest segment, so it wasn't bad. The next one is called The Benediction. It's got Lance Henderson as a priest down in the Mexico area, I want to say, or somewhere in a desert facility. He's finally loses his religion. He loses his beliefs. He doesn't believe that he wants to be a priest anymore. So he leaves his congregation. He leaves his church all behind. Says he's done. He doesn't believe in anything anymore. He just wants to live his life. So he's all packed up and he's on his way to civilization. Of course, you're going through this big ass desert. His car has some problem. He pulls over, and you get yourself kind of like the ground shaking, and this big black pickup truck comes out of the ground and pretty much goes after him. This segment kind of reminds me of Steven Spielberg's Duel. So it's very interesting setup how it's done. Kind of boring at parts, but I like Lance Henriksen, and he did a bang up job as a priest losing his faith. So that was pretty good. The last segment, which I think is the second the best segment in this film, which is the Night of the Rat. It's got Richard Masur as the father. He's got his wife and daughter, just living normal lives. He's kind of a cheapskate. Uh, One night, they hear some scratching, sets up some traps, and kills a big rat, tosses it out in the garbage. Well, things start escalating. All of a sudden, more plates are falling down, cabinets are moving by themselves, pillows are being scratched up, there's scratches on the wall, the family cat goes missing, there's all of a sudden cracks in the wall that's even bigger. So he wants to do everything himself. He's a cheapskate. He doesn't want any help. He thinks he can do it all by himself. Well, the wife decides to call the exterminator, who is pretty much this old guy. He does research. Come to find out, they have this monster rat. It's called the Tofenager, or I forgot how he says it. It's German. Tofenager, I think it's called. And it can't be killed. Well, the father doesn't believe this crap, and he says, you know what, I'm going to kill it. So, he's running around the house with a shotgun, shooting things. Well, so he says he finally can't stand it anymore. He starts going a little crazy. The wife gets the exterminator back. They figure out how to, decease the giant rat. I'm not going to say how they don't kill it, alright? This thing can't be killed. So, it was an interesting setup. If you can find this cheap, like say if like a bootleg, definitely get the bootleg. Out of a 10, I will probably rate this as a 6. It's a fun watch if you want to kill some time. It's not anything holy crap outstanding. So the only story that really sticks out was the video game story, the Battle of the Bishop. But other than that, it was all good. So guys, thank you very much for watching this episode of Body Bags. If you want to leave any comments below, leave them below. If not, have yourself a good night. Peace.